So wanted to start this session with this field services flow dashboard, basically to show the agenda for today. So what we're going to be doing is showing a sales being created for a customer. Off of the sales order, we're going to be creating a service order, and from that we'll create an appointment, queue up staff, provide the services, and then ultimately invoice the customer and close out the process. Then we're also going to come back and we're going to create a service order for basically a subsequent repair of the same item. We're going to be simulating installing an air conditioner unit today. So just wanted to go through that. Did want to note here there is also an option for creating a service contract for a recurring service and generating service orders off of it. But today we'll be generating a service order off of the sales order, single sales order transaction. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and start creating a sales order. And this is a little bit of a particular process in the world of field services. So as a default, SO is probably 9 times out of 10 or more the order type that's used when a user is typically entering a sales order. But for this case, we're going to change that sales order type to SF. Go ahead and pick a customer. I'm going to use active staffing services. That's the name of the customer. Got a little pop-up, verify credit before processing orders. That's neither here nor there for today's demo. And by selecting that order type of SF, we get this in the header of the sales order, this service management section. Select that checkbox for creating a service order, and before proceeding to the line item details, we save the sales order. That's a little bit particular about this type of this sales order type. So now, once that's saved in the header, having the create service order checkbox selected, we've now got a service order number created, which will be used for the installation of the air conditioner that we're going to go ahead and proceed with. So we're going to go ahead now and select 2 items on our invoice, or service order header rather, or service order in general, not the header. I'm going to first select the product, the Infinity 21 Central Air Conditioner by Carrier. Choose a quantity of 1 there. So there's our product. And then I'm going to select the service to install it. Air conditioner installation service. Quantity of 1 there. And save. Pretty straightforward. So now we've got a sales order with an associated service order, 2 line items, 1 physical product, and 1 service. Now we're going to go ahead and schedule the installation. So we use the schedule push button here in the header. And this is a calendar board. I'm going to go to tomorrow. Let's give ourselves a clear view here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to select filter. I'm sorry, take that back. I'm going to right mouse click on the service order and select filter staff. So that just shrunk the number of staff to 3. This shaded area, by the way, is the area designated for each of those staff members, their regular working hours. So actually a pretty early day for all 3 of these folks. But I just wanted to show that this is basically keying off of skill set. So looking at the staff filters, go to the services and say, okay, air conditioner installation service has been checked. That was by virtue of that filter that I right mouse clicked on the service order over in the left-hand navigation. So, and just wanted to tie that out, create a duplicate of the sales order just to connect the dots for how that filter is working. Open up that second line item, the installation of air conditioner service. Here's this service skills sub-tab. And there's a skill ID, all capital letters, hardware, described as hardware professional. You can close that out. And now looking at staff, I'm going to pick Michael Andrews. He's one of the 3 that remained on the screen after applying the filter on the staff record. We have a skills sub tab, and lo and behold, the skill ID hardware for hardware professional is there. So that's how Michael Andrews stayed on the screen, along with two other staff members on the calendar board after we applied the filters there. So I'm going to go back to this calendar board window, and I'm going to just drag and drop this service order into open available hours that Michael has tomorrow. When I do that, now this new window for the appointment opens up, and there are a couple of steps here. We could, we're just going to do this all in one swoop, but basically say, hey, okay, we want to make sure that this appointment's been validated by a dispatcher, it's been confirmed. So we're going to go ahead and select those two check boxes. Go ahead and save the appointment there. Now I just want to note back on the calendar board, I had dragged and dropped that appointment to Michael Andrews' schedule. I'm going to click, just refresh that. And now we see that that appointment's been confirmed with Michael, and this color coding changes as the appointment progresses. So we'll see that shortly here. So now I'm going to go back to the appointment. Underneath actions, send a couple of emails, one to confirm the appointment to the customer, and one to confirm to the staff member that they have this appointment to install the air conditioner tomorrow. Both of those emails get logged in the activities drop-down menu here. And now we can close the appointment. We'll go ahead and close the calendar board. So we're good there. Now we've got that appointment scheduled. Next step in this process is that we need to ship the actual product so we can install it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Pretty standard shipping process. Select our shipping, our ship via, shop for some rates. It's been noted that this air conditioner requires an extra large box. That's been defaulted in the lower section here of this window. Go ahead and refresh these rates. As usual, different types of codes that don't apply, probably likely in this case, probably because of size, or have these red check box or red X's here, and you can see why they've been invalid. But we chose UPS next day, and that's been selected. We got the rate derived from that refresh rates action. Go ahead and click the OK on that. And from this point, now we're good to create the shipment. So that shipment record's been created. We'll go ahead and confirm that. So now we just simulated that that a product has been shipped. And now at this point, what we'll do is say, hey, now that it's tomorrow, we have the appointment for Michael to install it. The product is there. We're going to go ahead and we're basically simulate Michael using mobile device and working that appointment. So I'm going to switch over to my phone here. I'm logged in as Michael Andrews in the application. I'm going to go ahead and select the appointments list. Oh, got logged out, so I'm going to log Michael back in. If I hit that right. There we go. So Michael's done some appointments in the past. You see the status of those is closed. This one up at the top shows is not started. That's what I'm going to select. And it's got this push button here, view on the map. Where is this installation taking place? This is in New York, so I want to show that there's some ability to map out where the appointment is, and we can get some driving directions if we. I'm not going to hit directions. I'm all the way in northern suburbs of Chicago, and it doesn't make sense for the demo. So I'm going to back out of that, and from here. I'm going to go ahead and in this upper right-hand corner, we have some actions to take, and I'm going to take the first one, which is starting the appointment. Now, process will note in the upper left-hand corner that status is going to change from not started to in process. There it is. Now I'm just going to go back to the application on my laptop. And I like highlighting the fact that this calendar board is live and up to the second. Taking a little bit of time to open this up. Come on, fellow. Let me give that another refresh here. Yeah, I got booted out. That's what happened. We have a limited set of users in our demo environments, and it happens once in a while. Not a production issue. So here's the calendar board. I'm going to go ahead to squeeze out of here. Go ahead to tomorrow. And now we see that the color of that appointment changed from green to blue, and the status is in process as a result of Michael working it off of his mobile device. So now we're going to go back to the mobile device with Michael, and got that appointment up. I'm going to take a picture of the air conditioning unit, or rather simulate it. So I'm sitting in an office right now, but got a picture of the air conditioner. I'm going to take a picture of the picture. So I'm hitting the I just hit the paperclip icon in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to select camera. Go ahead and take a picture of that picture. Click OK on that. So now, and then I can hit the check box to save that attachment. So we're good there. Oh, I got booted out again. All right, lovely. Security on demo environments sometimes is a little too secure. So we'll go back to the appointment, go to that one in process, and go ahead and save that picture that I just took. All right, so we're good there. Now I want to add a comment to this, so I'm going to go ahead and edit a comment. I'm going to use my voice. This is a sample comment. Hit the checkbox, save that. And now we can continue working this appointment. So go to this last sub-tab, the additional sub-tab, go to the signature section here, I'll just type in my name. This would be the person running the appointment saying, yes, I am the person, I agree that the appointment has been completed. So I'm starting to mark this off as complete, save that. And then from here, we can go ahead and sign the report. So that's from the upper right-hand corner, these actions that are applicable for the appointment. I'm just going to use my finger here, put in my signature, hit OK on that, and save that. And then lastly, just going to mark this appointment as complete. So Michael's worked the appointment all the way to completion of installing the air conditioner. Now we're going to go back. Think of going back to the command center. We're back in the original window that we were at. You see the color change, the status changed on that appointment. It's marked as completed. We're going to go ahead and just wrap this thing up, and we're going to close out the appointment. Can't be too secure in this world. Let's see if I can get in there, get in from here. There we go. So mark that off as finished. Take the action of closing out the appointment. And that's it. So that closed the loop on the appointment of installing the air conditioner after it was shipped. And now we'll take the last step of basically invoicing this customer. So I'm going to open up a screen called Process Shipments. From here, we can do like mass actions on a lot of different actions for orders of different statuses. So this action I'm going to choose is a prepare invoice. And we see here, we're just going to pick that one invoice, but we could process everything that appears on the list or individually select what we want to process. So I'm just going to select the one shipment that we just completed. Hit process on that. So we're good there. Then we'll take this this invoice to its final destination, releasing it. So go to the screen, process invoice and invoices and memos. Default the action to release. Select the invoice, and we'll process it. And here I just want to note a couple things here. So I'm going to drill down into the invoice. We can go and select the drop-down reports and select print invoice. You can see what that paper invoice look like if you want to print it out. And also now we're back into the process invoices and memos menu. I want to drill down into that one more time. And look on the line item, we have this target equipment ID, SME quadruple 09. So we're going to add some details to this because the last part of this demo, we're going to actually have a subsequent service order for basically a replacement of the product. So I'm going to go ahead and drill down into that target equipment ID. Need to do a couple things here. We're going to give this an equipment type. So it's an air conditioner equipment type. I'm going to go to the components and warranty section. I'm going to give it a serial number too, just random numbers. So save that. Close that out. And we're good. So now what we're going to do is simulate that subsequent service order. So we're going to create a service order from scratch here. And this will be like basically used for like a repair or replacement of a product. So go ahead and select that same customer. Go onto the services tab. We use this push button service selector. And we've got kind of like a short scroll of the different services that we can add to service orders. Scroll a little bit here and say, we have a repair for an air conditioner. So I'm going to double click that to bring it onto the line, onto the service order and close that out. Okay. And from there, I'm going to go into the target equipment ID, one that we just updated. Now is this one right here. So we're going to provide some service to that air conditioner that we just installed. And from this point, I'm going to go ahead and save that service order. Okay. And now, just like from what we seeded from the sales order for the original installation, we're gonna do a scheduling of an appointment directly from this service order screen. So to do that, we go underneath Actions. We'll schedule on that calendar board that we were working on, and I'm gonna scroll to tomorrow. So we say, hey, we installed it earlier in the morning, and now already we need to do a repair. So just kind of simulating that. So we're going to go ahead and just take this. I'm not going to go through the filtering of skills because we know Michael has those skills. We're just going to drop that service order right into his schedule there. And now we got the appointment window come up, same steps, validated by dispatcher, confirmed. We can save that. And then we can go ahead and send those email confirmations to the customer. Same bit. Send it to the staff member. We're good there. So we can close out that appointment now. We can close out that calendar board. And now Michael can go. We'll simulate Michael back on his mobile application working this service order. So actually, I probably went two back. So here we go. Here's the one appointment that is showing is not started. I'm going to go ahead and select that. And go ahead and choose the option of starting this appointment. Go to inventory items. We're going to add that air conditioner unit. And Now from here, what we're going to do is go to the target equipment section within this inventory items sub-tab. What we're going to do is say we're going to replace that target equipment. All right. Then from there, move onto billing information. We're saying, this is just a bad on us, and we're not going to bill it today. So I'll deselect that. I'm going to go back to the main appointment header and save all those changes. And then Michael could go ahead and go through his process of working the appointment and come back in here, and then ultimately mark off the appointment as complete. Now it's marked off as completed. We can come back in here and go to the calendar board, and then we can wrap it up. So it's marked as completed. We're back at the command center. Mark it off as finished. Select the action to close the appointment. That's it. So just to summarize, we created a sales order. We generated a service order off of it to ship an air conditioner and install it. Work that appointment with our mobile device, including taking a picture, voice comment. Went through completing that appointment, invoicing the customer, updating information on the target equipment from that original installation, and then we came back and created a service order from scratch to do some maintenance, or in this case, it was a replacement of the product, and work that through completion, also out in the field. So that's everything we've got to show today for field service. Hope you found that helpful. And Amber, I'll hand the voice primary go-to back to you, if you will, and see if we've got any questions.
All right, we do have a question. Can you close a number of appointments at one time?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. On the mobile app, it's a one per, but can do that in the online application. But yeah, you can close several.
Okay, and there's just one more that says, can you add inventory items to an appointment for parts that may be used on a service call, for example?
Yeah, let me take that a step back. So if we go back to Mobizen, what I was doing, I selected basically the exact same item, that air conditioner, to say, we're replacing it. So I added that back in there. But yeah, I mean, here's the add button on the mobile, and we can punch in whatever we like on this.
Thanks for watching. To learn more about our products, visit www.crestwood.com. Hope to see you there soon.